8th, 2022 at 5:34 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Alderpersons Madden.
Here.
Kubaki.
Here.
Wolf.
Here.
We have a quorum present.
Thank you. Public meeting notice?
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes from February 22nd, 2022.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. License approvals. Recommend approval of an outside dance permit for Parkland Lodge LLC, DBA The Lodge Muskego at South 74 West 96 Janesville Road for June 3rd during 2022 during Jammin' on Janesville from the hours, and this is different than what's written down there, from 5 p.m. until 11 p.m.
Motion approved. Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Recommend approval for a temporary amendment to the license premise for Parkland Lodge LLC, DBA The Lodge. Same address as the previous and same date. The times will be from 3 p.m. until midnight.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. New business. Discussion of approval of collateral requirement release regarding the revolving loan fund for Legacy Landscaping.
Motion to approve. Second.
All right, this is in front of you. We had a request from the owners of Legacy Landscaping. They are currently, let me see if I have it here. Do we have the dollar amounts where they're exactly at right now? Can you go up to the microphone? Thank you. You gotta turn on the mic.
Yeah, we can't hear
It's
you.
on. I turned it
Oh,
on.
is it?
No.
No.
Is it? Oh, she's microphone too. Oh, I don't know why I can't get it on. Why am I muted?
It's
There you go.
She got it?
No, that's this one.
80.
Oh.
It's,
You want this one?
there we go. Here she is.
Hello,
All right.
89,161.58. So they've been making timely payments, and that's the balance outstanding as of 12/31/2021.
And the original loan was for what dollar amount?
125.
125,000.
120. All right, for 125,000. Do you want me to go explain, or do you want to come up and explain what your two?
I can explain it.
All right.
Hopefully very quickly.
This is Mr. Scher. He's one of the principal owners of Legacy Landscaping.
Good evening, all. Just as our current balance after our March payment is $85,804. March 1st, we made that payment. So we currently have collateral on that loan, backing up that loan. Both my business partner, Scott Lewitzky, and I have a $50,000 lien against our houses each. So we have $100,000 of collateral against backing up this loan. In addition to that, when this loan was originated, it was required that we had a letter of promise from the bank for an additional $87,500 that we renew annually to that. I'm asking that the loan, now that it's right around $85,000, that we can do away with the letter of promise from the bank. That letter of promise cost me approximately $1,000 a year to renew with the bank, just as an admin charge to the bank. And you still have the $50,000 each on my house and on Scott Lewitzky's house as backing up. You have $100,000 backing up this loan of the balance of $85,804.
Now, it should be pointed out that the mortgages on, or the liens on their home are in third position. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so just so you're aware, and do you want to give an explanation of how you collect on a third position?
Yeah, I'm in third position from my opinion, really doesn't mean much. For example, let's say, for example, something went wrong and a foreclosure would occur. The bank's just going to go in and bid their amount. They're not going to bid anything more. They're just going to bid their amount. We would have to then go in and bid the bank's amount plus ours to basically recoup our money. Well, what that ends up meaning is now we own a house, and I don't know if the city wants to own a house, and we'd have to go through the process of selling the house just to get our money and to pay the bank off. I'm never in favor of something like that. Why should we go through all of that? Right now, when you look at the letter of credit, the security is kind of perfect right now because the loan is whatever, 85 or 89, and the letter of credit is 87. So basically with that letter of credit, all we have to do is make a draw. We fill out a piece of paper, we send it to the bank for however much we need, and they send us that money. So I'm never in favor of getting rid of a letter of credit when we would be in third position on a mortgage. I wouldn't have a problem right now. And we've over the years, just so you know, council has reduced the liens on their homes. Originally it was 125 or something, and it's kept going down to now 50. Again, that doesn't mean much to me. I wouldn't have a problem entertaining getting rid of the liens on their homes, but I wouldn't be able to sit up here and advise you to get rid of that letter of credit if you still want to have proper security. I know it costs $1,000 a year, but to me, that's kind of the cost of doing business. That's why we gave them the loan. We can't help that it costs so much to have that. So that's kind of, I went more into what you want, but
You sure did.
That's yeah. That, you know, lawyers can't stop talking. So
Lucky we started early today.
yeah.
So I do want to point out that, you know, Jeff is absolutely correct the way he described that, but he's also the attorney and giving a worst case scenario. The realization, I'm not advocating either way. I'm just kind of trying to give you guys all the information out here. The realization is they're both nice houses. This goes to auction. They're going to have bids well in excess of what the banks owed on both of these, so we would recover more than likely on that. But to be absolutely covered, you'd want to do the letter of credit. I think Jeff's correct. If you aren't comfortable dropping the letter of credit, those thirds on the house and the letter of credit really are belts and suspenders, and the idea of these loans are supposed to be to make businesses go out there and thrive. So
I think I remember this, when we set this up, we had the extra letter there purposely. Exactly. Because in case the house did default. And I think we should keep it. I mean, you know, I hate to say it, $1,000 is a lot of money, but it is cost of doing business. And you know, evidently the loan must have been good and you must have needed it or something. I don't know, but that's just the way it is. It's just the cost of doing business. Because we'll be waiting in line if something happens. And that's why we did this, I think, in the beginning.
I understand. If I may, it was set up in the original because they wanted $125,000 each from each of us to do it. And because of the third position on it, they wanted to secure it even further. So we had 250 plus 87, you know, whatever, $330,000 on a $125,000 loan, you know, set for promise. Would you be, as the mayor has said, would you be third in line? Sure. Would the bank only bid what they said? Yes. Would somebody go in and bid more for our houses? Yes. You don't believe me? Come look at our houses. But
I don't know. I don't know all the financial. I don't know all the financial side you have.
Sure.
But the risk is on our side, and that's what I'm looking at. I don't know what Kevin and Eileen think, but that's.
I would also like to point out that we have never missed a payment, and we have never been late on a payment. Every one of these payments has been in on time, where we've never missed one. I think that should be a little bit of consideration.
What is the equity position?
As far as
The percentage of the three mortgages to the value of the house?
I turned that in to somebody.
It's substantial.
It's very substantial.
It's very
right?
substantial.
So there's plenty of equity?
There's plenty of equity in the properties. The way I look at it is that, to me, being in a third position is virtually an unsecured loan. I just wouldn't feel comfortable without having the line of credit standing.
would you entertain dropping the mortgage, the thirds on the house?
We could.
If the third position is, sorry for a better term, useless, then let it go. Let the $50,000 on each of our houses go. You have it backed up 100% by the letter.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
The letter of credit is higher than what the loan is outstanding is, so you are 100% protected on that.
Well, the letter of credit is actually a little bit less, isn't it?
No.
No.
No, not anymore.
The number that was given at the year end, it was 89,000, so it would be a little bit less. But as of the March 1st payment that we paid, we're down to 86,925.
Okay.
The letter promises.
Letter of credit's
87,500.
87.5, I think. Okay.
So it's right, dead even,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's that?
Okay. I'd say
So-
drop the liens, keep the letter of credit. I'm happy.
Alderman Wolf?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Drop the liens on the house, keep the letter of credit, which is over the letter of credit is higher than the loan. So you're covered. I mean, you're 100% covered on that.
I don't know. I always go with what Jeff says.
Wow, I can remember that. I can write that down.
Can I write that down?
Since when?
Can I write that down?
Pretty much. I mean, we're usually on the same page when it
Yeah,
comes
Alderman
to.
Wolf, though, I think that what we are covered, if we drop the liens, and the liens, like I say, are meaningless anyways, being in third position. But right now, we are in a perfect position. That letter of credit is out there. If we had to call this loan due, all we do is we fill out a piece of paper, we send it to the bank, and the bank sends us the money. So if you wanted to drop that lien, we are covered, fine.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Make a motion to drop the liens and maintain the letter of credit.
Second.
Further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Sure. Next item, recommend approval of HRIN Investments LLC Developers Agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of a bond reduction for Home Path Financial LP Cobblestone.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Recommend approval of Department of Public Works fee schedule.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. Recommend award of bid for 2022 athletic field renovation project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
One bid, that's all?
Scott?
So last year we had 3 bids. One company, Biofus Corporation, is no longer in existence.
Oops.
The other company, the gentleman now works for KEI and he bid on it. So we are down to 1 bidder.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of an engagement with Bray Architects for planning and repurposing of the old police department building. I brought this forward it was in January, as far as forming a committee to have citizens look at options for what to do with the old police department. I have a number of citizens that I'm going to be engaging with this. I would like to engage an architectural firm to kind of help me herd the cats, essentially, and be able to, make realization of ideas of what you can and can't do, and be able to take those realizations and turn them into something that we can bring back and propose to the community, yourselves, and then the community to moving forward. Cost range right now, I don't have the letter of engagement, so I'm looking for authorization for me to negotiate with them, but I would ask for a price not to exceed $10,000. The quote I'm getting from is between $8,000 to $10,000 to do this.
And we just picked Bray Architects?
I've worked with them in the past. They've done work in the community. They've done good work. I've worked with a number of other architects, and Bray would be the one I would pick. And it's small enough bid number that it's not something you want to go. No one's going to come. This is under market. What they do is they do this, and then they're going to really hope that they get, if there is a phase 2, that they're able to bid and get that.
And we don't have to send that out to other people then?
No,
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
So are you looking for
Even the
approval
committee, I
for-
was wondering how
I'm
big a
looking for
project you're
approval,
thinking.
I'm looking for, I'm sorry, what?
How big a project do you think the committee has?
I don't know, until we get through it. I mean, the idea is to keep it within scale and have it something that the community can accept and bring forward. And what they bring forward, we'll see if it's something that fits in our finances. We're trying to get this to bring forward for during capital budget. Not necessarily that we're going to budget it all for next year, but decide how we're going to pay for it and what our time frame is at that point. So
And how big a committee are you proposing?
thinking right around 12 people.
12? Sounds reasonable.
And we have contingency funds for this.
Yeah, we've got enough in this year's capital budget to be able to
Sure.
cover this.
So you're looking for approval to spend the funds to hire them?
Yes.
Or are you going to bring that back to tell us how much it is, or, I mean?
I'll tell you what it is, but I'd like to get the letter. I'd like to engage with them and get the committee moving
Okay, you're just looking for approval to get it moving then? Or for the funds?
for the funds.
For the funds? Okay, okay.
I'd make that motion to authorize.
Not to
the
exceed
mayor to-
$10,000 is what I'm looking.
I'd make a motion to authorize the mayor to spend up to $10,000 for this.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes unanimously. Voucher approval.
Motion to approve utility vouchers, the amount of $37,449.61.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Motion to approve tax vouchers for $163.06.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Motion to approve general fund vouchers, the amount of $295,489.31.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Motion to approve wire transfers for payroll invoices in the amount of $974.78.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes as well. No finance director's report. Any other communications, miscellaneous business? Otherwise, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned at 5:51.